A very good evening. My name is Makaka Cyrus with the news on S24. Today happens to be the 18th day of January 2019. Now, 28 billion paid to ghost youth groups, says the Attorney General. That and more in the news hour. To begin off, vendors who have been operating inside Makerere University during the 69th graduation ceremony are counting losses as graduation week ends. Now, the vendors who were reportedly exorbitantly charged by the university blame their fate on the police who connived with unauthorized vendors who aim at making a business kill. We do have a report of this.
Because of its large community, comprising students and staff, Makerere University does attract many small businesses around it, ranging from hostels, restaurants, salons, stationery shops, mobile money agents, boutiques, among many others. These businesses always look forward to the annual graduation week as the campus brings together tens of thousands of people, including graduates, parents, and other guests for a full week. When Smart TV visited areas around the university during the graduation week today, it found many of the business people in a jolly mood because of the good sales they've been making. Mobile money agents like Bob Walimpa were particularly happy.
As in this period we are in of graduation, at least I have made some money because most of the parents come from villages. They fear to come with money in pockets because thieves on the way they might take their money. So what they do, they come and withdraw from my agency here. At least I have made some money in this graduation period. And when like students are not here, they are home, business, it moves, but it moves on a slower pace.
Those who own salons like Andrew Sizum were also happy because of the large turn-up of people who wanted their services.
Well, actually, we work, we receive more customers, and more important thing is that people are always feeling happy because they are going to be graduating, getting out of the campus, and we have some few challenges, like maybe if the customers, if they come in, we work on them. Others, they come on our demand.
Some, like Alvin Kalyango, said they did not sell as much as they expected because their stock was not attractive to students who are graduating.
They found me down, I was selling women clothes. On this side up, we are selling men clothes. So basically, we deal in men's clothes, jeans and t-shirts. So this period for graduation, we have not worked so much in men's clothes because men don't buy like women. So, and these campuses are, these men usually like gentle clothes. So what we do, and we don't deal in gentle clothes. We usually deal in t-shirts and jeans like that.
As the graduation week came to a close today, it was not just the graduates and their parents who are celebrating. Many of the traders are smiling all the way to the bank after making a killing from their bumper sales during the week.
Now moving on, bitter parents of Madiwira Primary School in Busia municipality have stormed the school, demanding the immediate transfer of the school management committee and the head teacher. Now this follows the dismissal performance of the pupils at the last PLE examinations. Our reporter was in Busia and filed this for you.
The angry parents blame the poor performance of last year primary leaving examination results on the school management.
naye ekyembi omwaka ogwedde batuuza abaana 140 naye basobodde okufunako abaana 11 nekiraga nti essomero naye ekiwanvu ekyembi omwaka ogwedde batuuza abaana 140 naye basobodde okufunako abaana 11 abazadde basapotinganya essomero naye kirabika obuzibu buli kukuwa management committee eveeyo ne PTA etubuulire kyavudde kuki abazadde basapotinganya essomero naye kirabika obuzibu buli kukuwa management.
Madibida Primary School has been on record.
So shocked with the results that we received because I expected 4 times the number we got, but unfortunately that's what we got, and we have to appreciate that this is what we have already got. So shocked with the results that we received, only that because I expected the results of these 4 times who have now entered the P7. I want to we got, but unfortunately their children what we got those marks, and we have to appreciate that this is what we have already got. Like we are surprised. So there is no, we cannot change it. Only that we can change the results of these ones who have now entered the P7. I want to beg the parents to appreciate their children for getting those marks. They are also surprised.
Those people to resign should resign because we parents they are the ones to supervise the school to those school management. So we are requesting them to resign, not requesting even. We are demanding those people to resign because they are the ones to supervise the school.
To give the school had 142 candidates and only 11 in results.
Come out with the correct answer. The municipal council and so the education officer to tell us why children are performing poorly. Moreover, parents are paying money. Come out with the correct answer in support of the municipal council and their and so the education officer to tell us why children are performing poorly. Moreover, parents are paying money in support of the school and their performance.
Children who start for the last PLE, how can you score only 11 in first grade? This is a school which has been with the history of 40 plus. So children who start for the last PLE, how can you score only 11 in first grade? This is a school which has been with the history of 40 plus first grades. So as we parents, we are going to put our effort to make sure that the school management committee should resign immediately.
Speaking to the headmaster of the school, again,
I want to request them also to understand that passing on the first grade is not the only passing. Government can absorb children who have passed in Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, and even 4. Those children can even become more successful in life than even those ones who have excelled.
Now moving on, fishermen at Luzera Port Bell have singled out the water hython as the major encumbrance to their fishing activities. Now the hython invades the fishing grounds at the site occasionally, which devastates their fishing activities through which they earn a living. We do have a report on this.
Luzera Port Bell has a number of activities carried out, mainly commercial, from fishing, trading, food vending, car washing, loading and offloading, among the other common activities here. Reaching here, the immediate feel one gets is fishing taking place. The welcoming stench and the general smell is contaminated with multiple odors that creates an imagination of fishing and beyond. Yes, it is fishing, probably and beyond. It is certainly a hub of activities. James Chiwanuka is a fisherman at the site. He says the trade is such a wonderful functionality, but is quick to single out the most profound troubles they face today. The water hython, it is one of the biggest of a sort on the water.
Amanya nze Chiwanuka James, kwa na Port Bell Luzira. Era nkulanga sekuyitale. Era nga bolabye obuzibu tune buzibu bw'ekiddu. Kidde ekyo kitusumbuye munnaffe MP aleetako wano ku byuma ebijjako n'ekyo mu kisomo tebyakola. Byetaagamu pawa endala gavumenti byetwagala. Ebyuma bibyo biri awo byasirikira awo. Byebyo ebyuma ebiyolako nebisalaasala ne biteeka ebbali naye nga bamanyi Uganda bweri enanka ne bagiwa aba Egypt contract neggwako oba ne beddirayo nekyeyongera ku kwonooneka ekiddo. Ye envuba embi wane badde ekendedde okuva amagye we gabaali gataddemu omukono gw'ekyuma.
Kiwanuka says when the hythene invades, no much activity can continue. This creates an artificial shortage of fish in the market, hiking the price and eventually loss of customers. He urges the government to find a solution to the hythene because it also presents a deadly risk on water, much as the immediate risk is health.
Oya government nti ekiddo kituli bubi n'okutusembereza at least buli mwalo bwani badde bateekawo ka dispensary buli mwalo kati gali eri waggulu kati omuntu aba alwalidde wano waya bava emahoteri ne bayita wano babatwala so nga badde batuukira wano ne babakolako biba bigaye babyongerayo naye twesaaga buliwo eggwanga waliwo bulina kyetaaga bulamu naye twali tugamba gavumenti tuteerewo akalwaliro akabeerawo ne twagalayo endala n'obulamu bwaffe okubugonjoola okutulongooseza tugaziwe naffe twagala tugaziwe omwali okugaziwe gube muyonjo.
Nanchinga Topista, a vendor at the port and a local leader, identifies hygiene as the major risk here. She says the port does not have a public toilet, yet the population is ever growing.
yembeza wero okulabika kolere wako wano batanda bakutuuka obalwa kubatulya bulungi tanda bakutuuka okubasina bakulabawo batukusa kuntono yebwadde kuba batugamba bwaba akwatiddwa nokuba mangu esimu abalwadde ne bajja kliniki yaffe weeri awo ne bambala giravuzi ne bamukwata ne bamutwala mu ddwaliro pama kyatubiseeko akasibito tunaba kati kwerinda obulwadde obwo era tuteekamu omulimu ne tukola general cleaning mu wiikisi emirundi egyo ebiri ne tulongoosa ekifo kyaffe nekibeera nga kibeera kiyonjo kubanga batugamba ekisinga obireeta bukyafu saasaanya empitambi buli wamu woba osanze naye tubakubiriza abavubi baffe bakyali buyonjo okujjako kino kyekituleetedde kyokka obuzibu.
Nanchinga's voice is complemented by the other dwellers at the port who think negligence would put their lives at the line.
Bamta Harima Arnite ebizibu ebiri wano customer asobola okujja n'omusavinga n'alya emitwalo ng'ebiri oba mu kitundu n'asituka n'agenda yena otuukayo ng'agenze. Ekirala ekiddo kituyisa bubi bambi kuba kijja ne ekivunduvunde so kati bakasitoma bakendeerako bagamba botubeerowo nedda wawunya tetugendayo.
Now we'll have to go for a short commercial break and we will return with more news stories.
Kasule, gine mugugu jona jachi. Ngende bwerukola. Gwe towulirangako ababonabona nga bagenze bwerukola. Nze abatuufu nabafunye. Ye Spotlight. Spotlight? Yeah. Spotlight International Recruitment Agency kyekitongole kyokka ekyakakasibwa minisitule y'ekikula ky'abantu okufunira bannayuganda emirimu ebweru era nga twogerera beetaaga ba security guards, drivers, ba maids, waiters and waitresses, ba cleaners b'awaka ne mu office, abakozi abanaakola ku airport, bakitunzi n'emirimu emirala mingi baakukolera mu Jordan, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi n'ensi endala nnyingi. Spotlight kyekitongole kyokka ekirondoola bwe kiba kitutte okumanya embeera gye bakoleramu. Omusaala mulungi nnyo basangibwa Kireka Namugongo Road opposite ne Caravan Hotel. Okumanya ebisingawo bakubire ku ssimu ezo.
Tulondoola tumanye embeera mwokolera ate ensala mirungi ddala.
Chilana mwena katonyeze nya ekakasiza abayimbi bano okubeera mu Luwomba Sobadonkonye ngabiri mu 7 January Ebukembe Stadium Dr. Joseph Chameleon King Saha The New Eagles yonde ekulembeddwa mu Geoffrey Mutende Rita Matovo Robito Mutujo Samathers Walkaga Golden Band yonna Kukatawire Mukabya Betty Mpologoma Fefe Busi Rema Namakula Bakomedians MC Mariachi Madranne Chico Dr. Tiamale Kokata abayimbi bebusoga bonna kumutwalo gumunga nuyingira Bugembe Stadium atokera mwemuli ekyama okuyingira mutwalo gumugokka tandika 2019 mu Luwomba Sobadonkonye mu Bugembe Stadium ngabiri mu 7 January Luwomba Sobadonkonye itegekedwa Mutima Entertainment. Tusangibwa Lukulina Nganda ku Muwafu Stage jangu tukufunira omulimu emitala w'amayanja obwa security guard, drivers, cleaners, waiters and waitresses atemwe ba maidi ebyammwe byateredde dda ne bwe boyina passport oba tolina jangu nga bw'oli gwatwetaaze kuba ku simu zino wammanga noti 7 nkaka mu 8 19 noti emu oba noti 783 14 55 noti 6 moto yaffe egamba nti your job is our pride.
Now, welcome back from that short commercial break. Now, vendors who have been operating inside Makerere University during the 69th graduation ceremony are counting losses as the graduation week ends. Now, the vendors who are reportedly exorbitantly charged by the university blame their fate on the police who connived with unauthorized vendors who aim at making a business kill. We do have a report.
Today marks the fourth and closing day of Makerere's 69th graduation ceremony, where over 13,000 students, including our own Yvonne Juna, have graduated in various disciplines.
I'm very, very grateful to God. I'm grateful to my parents. This is my mother. This is my dad. I'm very, very grateful because these two have gone through a lot to see that I reached this point. Yeah.
You don't stop it at that. You have to be innovative and creative. Even if maybe that job you studied for is not there, you can think of otherwise, so that you make both ends what? Meet.
Of these, over 1,000 students attain first-class degrees. However, this period normally comes with opportunities for vendors doing business within Makerere University to earn a living. Speaking to Smart 24, Tracy J. Francis, a photographer, says the profits have been less this season compared to the last graduation ceremonies.
Business yatusaze halali. Business yatusaze okusinzira ng'abaana babaddemu nga bagoba emmotoka ng'ate nga batu face balina gundi bu idol boogerako just kati bafotografa bataddemu abayaayi bangi kyobola business yatusaze nnyo.
He has attributed this to the negligence of security operatives who allow mobile vendors to operate within the university, something that increases unfair competition. Tracy adds that he paid hire a tent and conduct a photography business within the university, but unauthorized people access the university and carry out business by the roadsides, something that was rubbished by the so-called unauthorized vendors.
Okusinzira nga gwe twasasula essente eziwera emitwalo 5 naye mwayingiddemu abayaayi bangi ne batulemesa kukolefa abaki abatentisi.
Waliwo bano abatenti bolaba bali wana bangi. Omu agenda najja n'abaana 30 abagoba emmotoka z'abantu. Abatagwa kuno obuweero kugira ki? Kugo mutabanga mu mubiri gubagenda kugoba emisinde. Batuwanyisa naye nga ffe tukuba nakyo. Kifaananyi kijja kye kyo gawuni omuntu yino. Kati agende mu nnakale muzire mba tendi. Eno gawuni ejja kuba ekibusi.
Mwesige continues that mobile photographers sell their photos cheaply, something that has affected their businesses this season.
Okuba ekifaananyi tuba tukyajinga 15,000 naye kati tosobola n'okufuna omuntu wa 10,000. Okufuna omuntu wa 10,000 kiba kizibu. Kubanga olwedde okuyingira n'omwogeti soba tosobola kumufuna.
Fred Mukwaya, also a photographer, told Smart 24 that they made losses due to negligence.
Buli tent gyolaba wano eyimiridde muno mu Makerere. Ezo tent like zibeera paid for, the places where those tents are. Babeera basasuddewo. Kakati bakameramaani boolaba bano abatambula mu kubo bakuba abantu mu kubo. Be bakameramaani abatali allowed inside ne baba bafulukinze as cameramen. So those are the same people. Sometime bonga abatalina tag, abatalina tent, permanent tent. Be abantu abakuba abantu ne babajja ku sometime deposit ne bafundikira nga tebasasudde tebakomezaawo mulimu gwe balina kweze gwe babadde sente.
Of security operatives who are reluctant to arrest these unauthorized people. Tony Chiwanka, one of the mobile vendors, says they sneak into the university to do business as a way for toiling for survival, but this does not affect other people's businesses. As we come to the end of Makere's 69th graduation ceremony, vendors doing business within the university decry of low turn-up of customers due to the competition from mobile vendors whom they term as unauthorized. Olivia Nyamiza, Smart 24 News.
Now moving on, the African Union has cast its grave doubts about the recently concluded presidential polls in Democratic Republic of Congo. Now the African Union summit sitting in Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa also recommends that declaration of the final results be suspended indefinitely as lasting solution to the impasse is sought. Now the meeting was attended by leaders in the regional bodies like EAC, ECOWAS, and many more. We do have a report on this.
The polls were reportedly won by one opposition candidate, Felix Tshisekedi, but another opponent of the current administration insists he won. Supporters of Martin Fayulu say Mr. Tshisekedi made a power-sharing deal with outgoing President Joseph Kabila before carrying the day, although Tshisekedi denies this. The Constitutional Court is expected to rule within the next few days on a legal challenge to the result. A number of AU heads of state and government meeting in the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa released a statement about the deeply distributed 30th December votes. The statements read in part, there were serious doubts on the conformity of the provisional results as proclaimed by the National Independent Electoral Commission with the votes cast.
The AU subsequently called for the suspension of the proclamation of the final results of the elections in the same statement.
This meeting at the appropriate time should be an opportunity for us to exchange views in all responsibility towards the Congolese people and its government and this situation which is very sensitive.
It confirmed the election result would create the first orderly transfer of power since DRA Congo's independence from Belgium in 1960. The Electoral Commission said Mr. Tshisekedi had received 38.5% of the votes compared to 34.7% for Mr. Fayulu. Ruling coalition candidate Emmanuel Shadari took 23.8%.
I know how many of you find it hard to accept, but I say with sincerity, I pay homage to President Joseph Kabila, President of the Republic. Today we must no longer consider each other as adversaries, but rather as partners in democratic change in our country.
However, Mr. Fayulu alleges that Mr. Tshisekedi made a deal with President Kabila, who has been in office for 18 years. Mr. Fayulu filed an appeal in the Constitutional Court on Saturday, demanding a manual recount. A verdict was expected as early as today, and experts say there are three possible outcomes. The court could confirm Mr. Tshisekedi's victory, order a recount, or scrap the results altogether and call for fresh elections.
To all those who learned of the truth of the ballot boxes, especially to Congo's National Bishops' Episcopal Conference, Senko, and the Church of Congo, through your historical observations, we ask you to reveal to the Congolese people and to the whole world the name of the person who really was our people's choice. We reject categorically the result published by the Election Commission President.
Meanwhile, the UN says ethnic violence in the west of the country left at least 890 people dead over just 3 days last month. Clashes between the Banunu and Batende communities took place in 4 villages in the area of Yumbi between the 16th and 18th of December.
The results as published do not match the data collected by our own observation mission. We have a recommendation to publish as quickly as possible all the records and minutes from the counting and polling stations to allow candidates to compare.
Most of the area's population has reportedly been displaced, including some 16,000 people who sought refuge by crossing the Congo River into neighboring Republic of Congo, also known as Congo-Brazzaville.
Now, finally, Algeria is set to hold presidential elections on April 18th, the North African country's presidents announced. Now, it is unclear whether President Abdelaziz Bouteflika, Algeria's trail 81-year-old president who has been in power since 1999, will stand for the 5th consecutive term. We do have a report on this.
Algerians are expected to go to the polls in an attempt to replace President Abdelaziz Bouteflika, who is 81 years and confined in a wheelchair. Bouteflika has been in the frail situation since 2013 when he suffered a stroke. The announcement by the presidency comes barely 3 months after the sacking of Jamel Oldabez, the former chief of the ruling National Liberation Front, after he announced that Bouteflika would be the party's candidate in the next polls. Jamel Oldabez was sacked in November last year. Due to the frail situation, Bouteflika last addressed the nation more than 6 years ago. If he wins, he will be 87 by the time Algeria's following elections are held. More than 40% of Algeria's 41 million population is under 25, and many of them have only seen one leader, Bouteflika. Many Algerians have chosen peace and stability over political reform, pointing at the devastation in neighboring Libya as a result of the country's revolution and political turmoil. In 2014, in light of the president's failing health, the military thought it unwise for Bouteflika to run for a 4th term. However, in a rare moment of indecision, the army is believed to have conceded to the ailing president's demands, deeming it necessary to preserve stability in times of uncertainty.
And that brings us to the end of our bulletin. My name is Makaka Cyrus, and be sure to catch our Luganda bulletin at 9 p.m. And for more programming, have a great evening.
egize nnya ekakasizza abayimbi bano okubeera mu luwomba sobadonkonye nga biri musa